Good evening. I'm C.R. Parsons, and in case you're wondering, yes, this is my real voice. I know, I look like a biker and I sound like a freaking Muppet. Actually, I look like Hagrid if he got fired from Hogwarts, joined the Sons of Anarchy. Heck, I look like I ate ZZ Top, all three of them, and they were delicious. I know, I'm a bigger guy, but I cannot diet to save my life. Me dieting is a lot like a Kardashian dating. Yeah, you can tell we're cheating by the wrappers we leave behind. Tried to get in shape a while back, though. Went for a walk, almost got run over by a bicyclist. I've got a question. Do the clothes come with the bicycle? I'm sorry, just because you want to ride around a park does not mean I need to know whether or not you're circumcised. Last time I went for a walk, I saw a guy my size in bicycle shorts. Yeah, they should not sell them in that size. It should be small, medium, and oh my God, you should never wear bicycle shorts. I do not always sound like this. Occasionally, really early in the morning, I will wake up with this voice. Woke up with that the other day, turned to my wife, I said, "Good morning, babe." She reached back, patted me, and said, "My husband's home this week, you probably ought to go." Good proof that I'm spending way too much time on the road. I love traveling, doing comedy, though. I get to see interesting road signs when I travel. I was traveling through southern Missouri recently. Saw a sign that said, "This highway adopted by the KKK." Yeah, that's messed up. Think about it, though. That's white trash picking up white trash. They heard the county was going to blacktop it, and they were having none of that. Got to go to LA recently to shoot a pilot. It's okay, he survived. No, don't laugh at that joke. That's a horrible joke. No, I was shooting a TV pilot playing a construction worker, and I realized that with this look, I'm kind of limited in the roles I can play. I can play a construction worker, a biker, a homeless guy. I could probably play Jesus, but it'd have to be Vegas Jesus after he let himself go. Yeah, it'd be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the Bellagio Hotel and Casino welcomes Jesus Christ! Da-da-da, da-da-da. Wise men came on the day I was born." Thank you very much. "What are you drinking tonight, sir? The water, the wine, the water, the wine?" "It's wine now." "Try the fish, I made it myself." Here's the thing, though. Being on the road as much as I am, we get interesting crowds. You guys have been spectacular tonight. We do not get that everywhere we go. I was in Alabama recently, had a crowd that would not shut up. They kept talking back to the comics. I finally had to kick one guy out. Last straw was he looked up at me and he goes, "I think I can take you, boy. You look like a puss." Like, holy crap. When was the last time he saw one? The 70s? I think they're all clean shaven now. Yeah, trust me, this is 50 Shades of Grey. Nobody wants to see down here. I am getting older. That's why I've got all this gray. I realized that when I did the most old man thing I've done in a long time recently. I bought a 6-CD set of the songs of my youth. It was called Sounds of the 80s. I was so excited. I was expecting to hear Metallica, Motley Crue, Bon Jovi, all the great hair bands. No, not a single song on 6 CDs. It was nothing but, and dude, you won't believe where I'm calling you from. Yeah, I'm the kind of old I still like to read the newspaper, not Yahoo News or Google headlines, but the actual ink on your fingers newspaper, because you learn things you don't learn from just the headlines. I was in Seattle, Washington recently, saw an article that said Starbucks in Seattle is coming out with a new ultra high-end coffee. They're calling it Willy Wonka and the Coffee Factory coffee. Yeah, because that's what Starbucks needs is more expensive coffee. I'm sorry, I should not have to choose between a caffeine habit and a cocaine habit for the same damn price. But I was wondering, this is Washington State, one of those places where they have legalized weed. I want to know when Starbucks is going to go in the weed business. Because Willy Wonka and the Weed Factory is something I could get behind. All the stoned Oompa Loompas singing, "Oompa Loompa doopity dank. Let's put another nug in the tank." I mean, you could finally get what you really want from a Starbucks. a wake and bake brownie. They would have to change their cup sizes, though. It'd be small, Dave Matthews, and Snoop. Okay, with a big group like this, you could get a Willie Nelson box to go. I mentioned that. I'm traveling so much I don't get to do my day job like I used to anymore. I'm actually a practicing attorney. Nobody ever believes me when I say that. He's looking at me like, nope, you're the guy that stands up when the judge says, will the defendant please rise? I know what I look like, but I come by this confusion naturally. I come from a screwed up household. Here's how much so. My mother, college educated, had a master's degree. My father was a redneck. Yeah, we were the only trailer in the park with a lending library. We learned how to pair our wine with our ramen noodles. Did you know Boone's Farm goes with all the ramen flavors? And here's the thing, being an attorney, especially on the road, I get asked my opinion on the legal matters of the day. The big one lately has been if I think weed ought to be legalized across the country like it is out in Colorado and Washington State. I don't know that I should get a vote on that one because I do stand-up comedy. Can you imagine if this club, instead of a 2-drink minimum, had a 2-joint minimum? I'd never have to write another joke, just stand up here and throw goldfish and M&Ms. I will tell you guys, before I leave here though, life is short. Enjoy every second you can, because I can tell you life is short because I have had 3 strokes in my life. Yeah, if you have not had one of those, don't bother. Half your body just quits working. For me, it was my right half. I had my first stroke while riding my Harley. You know where your brakes are on a Harley? They're all on your right side. I was screwed. I mean, I was more screwed than an emo girl in high school. I was more screwed than a tube sock at Comic-Con. Hit a little close to home for you guys. I was more screwed than an altar boy with a pretty mouth. I mean, I was screwed. Not the worst. Oh, I wish it were. The worst was my second stroke. I had my second stroke while riding my wife. Yeah, that's the right response. You know, they say if you think somebody's having a stroke, have them stick out their tongue. If they are, it'll turn off to the side. Same thing happens with the hog. It was like, aww. Who am I kidding? I'm a fat white man. It was more like, eep. I looked down at my wife, I said, babe, I don't think I can get off. She looked up at me and she said, neither can I with you making faces. Thank you guys, that's my time. I'm C.R. Parsons.